While the gnomes were busy fighting back the kobolds... Wow, this is a long one. Whoa, hold on. Stop it. Furiously cursing and diligently punching their unwelcome guests right in the dragonish snouts. The cart was all but forgotten. Unwitting cause of the fight, it was being dragged away by the scared ponies, slid down the ford, sinking all the way up to the coachman's seat in the river. This was where the Skunk River flows into the Tusk Water, and the current becomes excessively spiteful, cold, stubborn, and turbulent. Having taken a hold of the gnome's cart, the Skunk River must have decided to drag it down amid all the commotion, but it was caught in the act. The surviving gnomes, led by the head of the gnome expedition, an extremely loud and crabby fellow, but not without some managerial talent, were able to catch the cart before it floated away. Faces red and grunting from the strain, they struggled to keep it from drowning entirely. Just then, a package fell into the water. With a heartbreaking splash, it vanished beneath the current, only to resurface 10 meters down the river. No, the headed gnome moaned as he glowered at the package. That was the Alchemy and Life, the latest issue. After plunging into the cold river, the ponies immediately lost their nerves, swiveling their ears and twitching. They tried to chew through the reins and throw off the load. Why are you just standing around? Go on, help them. The head of the gnome expedition was visibly dissatisfied as he shouted. One of us tried to jump onto the cart, and untie the pony still standing in the water. One of us tried to jump onto the cart to untie the ponies. Success at mobility and nature. Yes. Okay. Inera climbed nimbly onto the roof of the cart and carefully crawled towards the ponies hitched up at the riverbank. The ponies seemed to be relieved to feel a firm hand holding the reins again. They calmed down once and were allowed themselves to be unhitched. In just a few moments, they were standing on the bank of the ford, ready to pull the cart from the river. While the gnomes were busy... Oh, this is just the same thing, except now the horses aren't a problem. Tie a rope to the cart. 1, 2, 3... Wait, 1, 2, 3. The rope was securely tied to the cart, making it easier to pull out. A good lesson for every adventurer. Never leave home without a rope. Rope is your best friend. Set a crowbar under the cart's wheel. Set under the cart's wheel, the crowbar wedged into position against the stones on the riverbed, making the process of pulling the cart out easier. Gather our strength and start pulling. You're certain you're ready, then let's do it. But be careful, imagine the cart's full of gold or ale or something that couldn't bear to lose. Valerie frowned. Better you should trust in our dignity than our greed, Sir Gnome. For God's sakes, whatever, just pull. Alright, try to pull the cart out. The cart creaked and cracking, sounding as though it were sobbing. The board strained against the combined stress of the rushing water's pull against everyone trying to pull the cart ashore. Fortunately, the cart, both sides were of equal strength. Something had to be done, or the poor cart would be torn to pieces. It has to be me, huh? Athletics 20, and I have a +6, so I'd need to roll a 14 or better. Or Strength 14, I have a +3, I'd need to roll an 11 or better. Strength is the smarter thing to go for here. I don't need to roll quite as well on strength. Hey. After everyone struggled together for a while, the cart finally made it out of the muddy river and rolled back onto some rocky ground after wading the ford, prompting some seemingly indignant sloshes and squelches as the river released its trophy and rushed along in search of easier prey. Losing no time, the head of the gnome expedition jumped inside. For a good while, rattling and swearing were all that could be heard from inside the cart until the gnome's face finally reappeared under the rooftop, seemingly satisfied. Almost everything is there, he announced, cheerfully jumping from the cart. It's all wet and crumpled, but at least nothing's missing. Thank you, travelers. Not for your help, and guided by my keen supervision, of course, I'd have to say goodbye to all my possessions. Ugh. Alright, level up. We leveling up in here. Level 6 Barbarian. I get another rage. I get a bonus attack, a rage, resilience of steel ability. I mean, which I already had, but now it's bonused. Another rage power. Athletics, mobility, and perception. Reflexive dodge. When in the guarded stance, the barbarian can apply his dodge bonus to AC as a bonus to reflex saving throws. The barbarian must have the guarded stance rage power and be at least 6th level. Yeah. Make me harder to hit. Good. Valerie, the 6th fighter. It's a bonus feat and burst barrier. At 2nd level, a tower shield specialist can use his or her shield to screen them from burst effect. Knowledge and athletics, and we'll also go for maybe mobility. Mobility gives me movement, right? Yeah, probably just persuasion. That's fine. You'd recommend mobility? Doesn't he give you, like, movement distance? Gives AC at rank 3. Okay. Abilities. Doesn't she have weapon specialization? Weapon proficiency. Weapon focus. Weapon specialization. This is even higher. Okay. What else does she have? Armor focus. AC bonus granted by heavy armor is increased by 1. So you just have more AC from that. +2 on all damage roll. This was... out of here. +1 on all damage roll. Alright, yeah, let's do that. We'll get the armor specialization next time. You, barbarian. Danger sense. A +1 bonus to reflex saves to avoid traps, and a +1 bonus against AC against attacks by traps. They increase by 1 for every 3 levels. Okay. The barbarian scores a critical threat while in a lethal stance. She applies double the lethal stance's bonus when rolling to confirm the critical. Barbarian must have the lethal stance in at least 4th level to select this rate. Do that. Deadly accuracy. That's sick. Alright, so now I should be able to do Arcane Trickster. Okay. At first level, an Arcane Trickster selects an arcane spellcasting class she belongs to before adding the Prestige class. When the new Arcane Trickster level is gained, the character gains new spells per day, and new spells as if she had also gained a level of spellcasting. I can do Trickery at range, decreasing or increasing the DC by 5. Wizard. Skills. Let's go use magic device. Doesn't need perception. I'm always in the party and my perception is through the roof. Okay. A rain of dirt, gravel, and small pebbles doing 2d6 bludgeoning. And Burning Arc is pretty good. 1d6 fire damage per caster level. So I'm a wizard casting level of 2. I did, yes. Create pit sounds pretty good, actually. Do that. Geneticist. Wild talents. Have to see what those are. Okay. Use a wild talent. When using fire blasts or composite blasts that include fire, add your elemental overflow bonus to the damage dealt. Kinetic blast normally adds double your overflow, then those effects stack. Skilled kineticist. Gain a bonus equal to half of your kineticist level on skill checks with the skill your primary element added to your class skill list. What? You recover 1d4 points of ability score damage to one of your physical ability score. Ah, that's really good. Do that. All right. The gnome that stands before you wears dirty, ragged clothes that used to look stylish and wealthy long ago, but those times are long gone. Black hair is matted, a deep, fresh scratch across his cheek. Despite this rather pathetic look, the gnome behaves with inner dignity and even manages to maintain a superior manner.
Tubulos Nartropple, at your grace's service. Your help with these kobolds and my almost drowned cart was timely indeed. By the way, it's a shame no one organized a greeting party when such a famous and popular person as myself arrived to your capital. I wasn't expecting a red carpet covered with rose petals, but you could at least have sent ahead some delegation. Oh, at least some of my servants are still alive. Do you know how much it costs to train a proper servant?
He jabbers too fast, never stopping to take a breath. You can see he's piled up some emotions and just needs to get them out of his system.
Sounds like your servants are nothing but tools to you. Truly, with masters like that, being a servant is not much of an improvement over being a slave.
What's this then? Run along, little girl. The grown-ups are talking.
So, you're not only arrogant, but a boorish swine as well. Why am I not surprised at all?
Also, while I'm on that, I'd like to make an official announcement. The roads in your barony are in terrible condition. People must search for wading fords to cross the rivers because no one had bothered themselves with building bridges, and honest travelers have to take the risk of being attacked by kobolds at any moment. So, how did you say your barony was called? Oh, whatever, never mind. When I draw the map of these lands, I will call them Maybe Local Baron Will Help. I guess it's a fitting name.
Falls silent at last. He just watches you with his shifty eyes opening and closing his mouth, as if he wants to say something more, but he hasn't come up with anything.
You think too highly of yourself, Sir Gnome. Behave with some dignity while you're on these lands.
Oh, I see. The very spirit of knighthood embodied. So, what do you propose me to do, Sir Knight? Should I lie?
By no means. But you shall not be so blunt. I bid you to express your opinion in a more courteous form.
Your problem, Sir Knight, is that you worry too much about form and appearance. Unsurprisingly so, considering your pretty face. As for me, I worry solely about the content.
Valerie blushes and turns away. It seems to you that the gnome has stepped on her toes. Someone who values content so highly, you seem pretty quick to make superficial judgments. I guess those glasses on your nose are just there to make you look smart.
Oh, is that so? I would deem it necessary to inform you that...
Please, don't waste your words and time on this buffoon. Especially because of me.
Attack! There's always a fuck you. What happened here? How did your cart end up in the river?
My party and I set up camp at the bank of this river. We'd just finished kindling the fire when that purple bastard appeared. You know what he told me? He introduced himself as the King of the Kobolds and told me he needed our clothes because he wanted to dress his subjects properly, you see, as long as they've established the kingdom of their own. That's literally what he said. I wonder, where did he learn the words? Obviously, I told him to buzz off. Some kobold wants to strut around wearing the clothes of the great cartographer Jubilos Nartropple. No way.
Hey, a cartographer! Hold up. Let's go back here a little bit.
So I've been explaining my position to him, being rather eloquent too, suggesting he and his so-called kingdom might as well fall into the deepest sinkhole. In the meantime, I've noticed that kobolds have already started to untie my cart. Well, I called my men to keep the cart safe. They couldn't guess what to do on their own, just stood there with their mouths ajar. Then things heated up as the fighting started, and while we were fighting, the ponies dragged the cart to the river. Stupid animals.
How did you know I'm the Baron?
I've already told you I visited your capital some time ago. Weren't you listening to me? And I'm used to being greeted by officials when I arrive to settlements of at least some importance. The glory of myself and my exploits usually precedes me, and officials usually prefer to be on good terms with me.
I didn't know you would come.
Yes, you're right. I should have remembered that your lands are in the middle of nowhere, and you don't get updates on important things in time.
God, Cappy, this is why I like having you here. Damn it, Cappy. Said you were famous, but I don't know you. What are you famous for?
That was either a stupid and offensive joke or a case of total ignorance. The latter, I hope. I'm famous as a traveler, a cartographer, an alchemist, and a journalist. The students of all the major universities study the world using my maps. My articles for different journals are well known everywhere, from Andorran to Brevoy. You've definitely read some issues of National Alchemy, haven't you?
Now I kind of wish that, Lindsay was here. She'd probably know him.
Culinary Almanac of the Inner Sea?
And not because they're both gnomes, but because she's very studious and learned. And read a lot of books and stuff like that.
Or the most scandalous one, The Independence, describing benefits and drawbacks of governments and regimes in different states. Didn't read any of these. Oh, well, don't answer that. I don't want to spoil my impression of your barony. It's spoiled enough already. It would be hard for me to write at least something positive otherwise.
But what's such a famous person doing so far from civilization?
I pursue two objectives. The first is to write an article on this new barony of yours for the Independence. The second is to draw a detailed map of the stolen lands. Before this barony appeared, it had been too dangerous to come here, but now an opportunity has appeared. Thanks to you, I must add. So, as you can see, the freedom of speech sometimes grants positive comments too.
What a dick.
Anyway,
man.
I'm almost done with this journey. My article is practically ready, so is the map. All that's left to do now is to find an old dwarven outpost established here several centuries ago.
What is this dwarven outpost you're searching for?
Your ignorance is stunning. You create a barony, and still you know nothing about the lands you own. I'll have to enlighten you on the subject. You see, Long ago, there was a dwarven trade route crossing these lands. It connected Five Kings Mountains and the north. The route was so important to the dwarves that they were generous enough to set a number of outposts along it, manned with armed guardians to provide protection for the traders. One of these outposts must be somewhere nearby, lost and completely forsaken, but nothing can avoid the watchful eye of the great cartographer Jubilos Nartrapple. I will find this outpost, and I will mark its location on the map. You can trust me on that.
Tell me, is this an old dwarven outpost abandoned, or is it possibly now used by trolls as a lair for it?
Why not? Dwarves like being underground, trolls like being underground too. It's quite possible after dwarves left, their warm and cozy place fell into the hands of less attractive creatures.
Let's join our efforts and look together.
Well, you proved to be a capable companion in a case of emergency. I guess I can entrust you with covering my back. Let's go. I will send someone for my cart later.
Dear God, what is he? He looked ranged. Let's sit her out and take him for now. Alchemist. Ah. He's a gnome. Thank you. He's a gnome. Shut up. Alchemist. So what's he got? Bomb. 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 So he can make bombs. Acid bomb. Mutagen. Precise bomb. When an alchemist throws a bomb, it does not affect allies. Ooh, that's good. Poison resistance. Okay. Now this is interesting. Preserve organs. When a critical hit or sneak attack is scored on the alchemist, there's a 25% chance that the critical hit or sneak attack is negated, and the damage is instead rolled normally. That's amazing. As a free action, once per round, he can heal 5 hit points as though 5 hit points he had. Wait, what? As a free action, once per round, he can heal 5 hit points, as if he had the fast healing ability. He can heal 5 hit points per day in this manner for every 2 alchemist levels he has. Okay, so at level 6, he could do it 3 times a day, or he could heal. Well, he could heal 15 hit points in this manner. So essentially 3 times a day. Explosive bombs. You know, explosive bombs combined with precision is great because it just increases the range of the explosion. Look at that. Yeah, no, I figured that out. 5 points. But yeah, use magic device because a bomb is a magic device, I assume. Trickery. World knowledge. Stealth. Also get some mobility. Spells. Get blur.
How much longer, I wonder?
Guess I can't get over there? Yeah, I can't.
Not that I care.
You can count on me. This is for you. I'm not afraid.
Okay. Now we get to play with his attack ability. See how that works.
I'll try to make this swift.
Wow, she is way in the back. Unfortunate. knocked him down. I kind of want to see what his bomb will do.
I'll fight if I have to.
Aren't you shooting?
You can't stop me.
All right, I guess you're just dumb. It won't hurt allies, it said. Alright, hold on. Uses explosive bomb. Kobold Sentinel hit, Kobold Sentinel hit, Kobold Sentinel hit, Wolf hit, Wolf hit. Sentinel dies. Okay, yeah, it didn't hit me. Excellent. I have disadvantage on prone targets with ranged combat. But melee is an advantage.
What's the holdup? Consider me
We
provoked.
will prevail.
Bring it!
What is that? Alpha Wolf. Alright. Well, I can't move and attack, so I might as well move a little further. I'm down. Two attacks. Nice.
This is for you!
Wow. Dropped him. Or her.
Tear them apart!
I'll fight if I have to.
Down she goes again.
I'll I'll split you in half!
Stay behind me!
Okay, I like Jubilist. And protection 1.
Follow me! Or don't.
Go ahead and put that on him, can't I? Can't go downriver either.
Not that I care.
Okay.
I shall end this suffering.
Okay, hold on.
You can't stop me.
Much damage? 5? Trolls, help us. Okay.
So it's come to this.
Okay.
Consider me provoked.
They go down!
Got him. Well, that's a problem.
Out of my way!
This is for you.
Let us strike as one!
Repent!
This spell has other uses.
Okay.
I'll fight if I have to.
You forced my hand.
I don't like you!
An elderly half-elf stands before you. His sun-bleached hair reveal him as a seasoned traveler. Confidence with which he holds his brow reveals him to be a seasoned warrior. His cart is full of various items. Damn trolls almost died from the stink alone. They almost had me. Since when are the trolls not afraid of fire? Good things I had a few flasks of acid amongst my goods. Thank you for your timely rescue, friends. A few moments more and I would have... Whoever rules this land gives little care to its safety. Formerly safe trade roads are given over to trolls and not a guard to be seen. But where are my manners? I am Dalton from Myven, a merchant by trade. Who are you? I'm the Baron of these lands. Your words are fair. I'll do what I can to make the roads safer. Well, I beg your forgiveness, Your Grace, but the trolls, they're a threat to everyone. They attacked several villages, destroyed several bridges, and are scaring away trade caravans. Worse than bandits by far. Your Grace is willing to resolve the matter. I know a mage living nearby. I visit him from time to time and sell him reagents for his spells. He's an expert on trolls, might know why they've suddenly become bolder and fireproof. From Myven, you say? What is the view on this new barony? Long ago, Myven was founded by the Sword Lords who refused to bow before the new ruler and fled Brevoy. While not Brevins anymore, the people here have a lot in common. As I've heard, the barony here was founded by people from Restov. We look upon them as distant cousins, I suppose. Welcome cousins, that is, not family you'd rather forget. Any other dangers on the road? Trolls aren't enough, huh? Actually, I've heard of a disturbing rumor. It's said that a hodag has made a lair in a cave south of here. Whether true or not, traders are taking no chances. Taking forest routes instead. Let me mark the cave on your map. Never fought a hodag. Tell me more about this mage. Bartholomew is his name. He's not bad for a human. Always so polite, so respectful. But there's something odd about him. He lives alone in the middle of the woods. His house is surrounded by traps, with a single safe road leading to it. No bandits nor trolls scare him. And the way he looks at you, it's like he's examining you. Like he's considering to crack you open and see what's inside. I can see you're an experienced trader. Would you consider operating exclusively in my barony? He frowns. Don't get me wrong, Your Grace, but I've family in Brevoy, so the roads always must take me there, no matter how generous the journey. The roads are unsafe. I would suggest you go no further than the capital and wait until the roads are to be garrisoned properly. There's still plenty of trade to be had elsewhere in the region. If things are that bad, well then perhaps I shall conduct my business here for a time. Farewell. Hey. Nice, he gave me some stuff. See you later, Baka. Thanks for hanging out. Let's loot these dudes.
I need to catch my breath.
We should gather our strength.
March, march. All I do is march.
Oh, you leveled them up individually. Interesting. Point. Health and athletics. Get cold adaptation. Other level in Bard. Let's see. Let's get her point blank shot just in case. Use a spell for level 2. Also get her blur as well. Well, no, she's got mirror image. Yeah, scare. That seems great. You can fear a big group. Cleric. That was easy. Inquisitor. He gets another teamwork feat. Excellent. I like those. Flanking bonuses are increased to +4. Ooh, allied spellcaster was amazing. Let's do that. That's great. Old person. A charisma bonus on all of his attack rolls. Do that. Oh man. All right. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it there for tonight, everybody.